Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to the Scrap 5 Challenge for the month of June. And it's also the best of the 30 Days of Sketches by Christie's Beautiful Life. And the two go pretty good together this month, so it's not going to be too hard. The list is by Jessie B. Scrapbooking, and it's use washi, do some stamping, make and use a tag, use brads, do a 60-40 split on the background. And here is the layout that we're going to be using today, and you will see that it is very doable with this layout sketch. And it is by Allison Davis of Scrapbook Generations. And I'm going to be scrapping this picture of my grandson. The sketch shows two, but I'm only going to use one. I'm going to use those stamps and those dies that I showed and this little pile of washi tape. I took a ruler and a pencil and very lightly marked the 60 mark. So the end of that tape goes right over the end of it. I put the line just a tiny bit behind the edge where I thought my tape was going to end so I could cover it up. And you will notice that they get a little longer down there at the bottom. When I'm writing on a layout, that's one reason I do not like to journal on my layouts. I go uphill. I work really hard at getting my writing straight, but I go uphill. So I don't like to do it, but I do it every now and then just so there is some out there with my handwriting. But I got these lines pretty straight, not too bad at all. I just seem to get a little bit longer and a little bit longer, but I'm going to count it as 60-40 anyway. Just because it is up there at the top, it just kind of, I guess I could go back and tear the ends of the tape off. Well, I'd get down there at the bottom and my title's down there. So I don't think, I guess I'll be doing that. I'm still going to count it. I am, because my heart was in it. It's just that I didn't pay attention to what I was doing. I thought about doing a white background since I was using washi on here, but I tested that one with the arrows because it's kind of the lightest one, and it looked fine on the green. So I said go ahead and use this green, and it's a pretty light green, but it's also pretty. I mean, y'all know I like green, so yeah, I went with it. And one of the tapes it matches really well, the one with the diagonal green stripes. So I thought, I can use that. I can go with it. And I did not take my tape all the way to the bottom or the top because in the sketch they're not. And I did layer my photo in a few of the colors that I'm using. Not all of them, just a few. The list called for a tag, make a tag and use it. And it calls for brads with an S. So to get my two brads, because I'm going to put them in the hole of the tag, I needed two tags. And so I just got an extra one. But I did get the one done. And then a bonus one. And I'm rounding the corners with a 1/4 inch punch, corner rounder, because I planned on some of the bottom showing. I kind of planned on a little more showing than was, but once I moved the picture around a little bit, there was less than I planned. But you still can see the rounded corners down there if you're looking for them. You can see them. So far I have my 60-40. That's kind of iffy. Washi tape. I made and used a tag and brads. And so all I have left to do is some stamping. And I am going to stamp, and it's that one little star on the stamp sheet. But yeah, I have all 5 of the items on there, and I'm going pretty good along with the sketch. The bigger stars I'm putting on foam tape, and then I'm kind of nestling the smaller ones around this. But I want to mention too, if you all are trying the 30 days of sketches and doing the sketch, you might want to try the recipe challenge out too. And if you do, use hashtag Scrap5 on Instagram so we can see what you did with the recipe list. And then, of course, you can post your layout from the sketch on there, or you can post it in the Facebook group, and it's 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. So try them both. It was a lot of fun to make sure I got both on here in the challenge, the two challenges together. As I mentioned, the photos of my grandson Jake. And the reason it's black and white, I usually don't put them in black and white myself. My daughter got one of those throwaway black and white cameras, and she's the one who took the picture. They were over at my house, and he was wanting some pancakes. Well, I made him pancakes, and then I went ahead and put some whipped cream on top. And oh, he was in seventh heaven, and he was licking his fingers and running across the plate, making sure he got all the syrup and all the whipping cream. He even had it up to his face, licking it at one time. I couldn't find that picture, or I would have had two pictures on here. If I do find it, because she did take it with that camera, and I do not have other copies. But if I find it, I will be sure to go ahead and scrap it and do a companion page because he is just so cute with that covering his whole face. I thought I'd use my Stays on ink with my stamping because my intentions was to stamp on the washi. I was afraid it wouldn't do very well if I used something else. Well, I might have pushed too hard, but that stamp down there in the corner, the first one I put on there on the washi, it looks really mushy. It does not look very good at all. So I am just going to cover it up, and I didn't put any more on the washi, but I did go ahead and stamp around the page. So I've got the stamping done. So I have the whole list of 5 done, and I am almost done with the sketch too. I am only using the word savor from that sticker sheet. So my title is Savor the Taste Finger Licking Good, because if you look on the sketch, it says really long title or something like that. And it has part above and part below the 2 photos. And so that's what I'm doing. But then I'm going to add a phrase also. So I don't know if my title got even longer or what, because it's bigger letters than the Finger Licking Good is. I took the tile alphas and made some phrases, but I'm only going to end up using one, and it's I want more, please, because my biggest problem in scrapbooking, if I'm thinking about it in my head so I can pull everything out that I need, I never have enough real estate on my layout by the time I get to actually making it. There's always parts that don't get on the page because I just don't have enough room. And that's the case with my phrase stickers. I thought I'd lay them right over the top of the washi, but yeah, they're not going to make it on there. That one, I thought it was too white, the one that's black and white. And then the one up there by that star, I thought it's too red. So yeah, there's going to be several that's not going to make it on there. That little banner with the hearts is going to make it on there, though. I considered doing 5-star restaurant good. But then I thought, man, I've got a lot of stars on this layout, and I seen this, and it was left over from one of the layouts this week that never made it on those pages. And so I thought, well, I'll go ahead and make it into a banner and use it on this one, and it'll be 6 hearts. It's not 5, 6, because yeah, that's what's on there, and I didn't want to cut one off. And because he really loved pancakes. He still does. I mean, he really loved them back then. He could have had them breakfast, lunch, and dinner back then. I sprinkled my layout with some Mr. Huey's warm calico, and then that's it. My layout is done, and I really appreciate all of you stopping by and watching my video. Leave a comment down there below. I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate that too. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so very much. But there's Jake with with nothing left of his pancake and making sure he got all his syrup and all his whipped cream. And there's the stars, lots and lots of stars, but there is lots on the sketch. And yeah, super cute sketch. But then Allison Davis does make some pretty cute sketches. And there's my two Brads, two tags. Well, I only need one. I over excelled. And let's see. You can see the stamping up there. So yeah, I got my whole list. If we count the 60/40. Yeah, I got a little carried away at the bottom of the page. But my heart was in it. I was going for it. I mean, I even drew a pencil line to make sure I stuck with it and covered the tip end edge up at the top. And then it just got longer and longer and longer. I don't understand why. But if I hope y'all check out all the videos, have fun, and have a happy scrappy week. Bye.